Peace Reflections. Welcome to the night school. You're over here with Tarithia, and we are here for another journal entry. Now, this is Tuesday's journal entry. I know we are a little bit behind, but don't worry, we're gonna catch up. Okay, make sure you join back for Wednesday's journal entry right after this one. Okay, so Tuesday's journal entry. If you're doing this on the journal app, make sure to go to the two buttons at the top. Hit it right where it says date, hit edit date, and you can click Tuesday reflection if you're using the journal app. If you are using just a regular blank book reflection that you are putting this in, just a regular blank book that you are keeping your journal entries in, then that is fine. Okay, now for everyone who don't know what we are doing our affirmation journal. Now this is a journal that we are reflecting. This is our shadow work journal reflection. This is our own self book of the dead, I guess, if you would like to say, because we are literally rebirthing our self reflection. We are uninstalling the negative program that has been installed to us, that program that tells you you're not good enough, that program that tells you no, wait, do this later, you're not ready to do this. No, reflection, it is time to install that now program. It is in time to install that positivity program. Okay, so with that being said, let's get started. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. The journal entry that we are talking about today is facing your fears reflection. What is your deepest fear? The journal entry for today is I release the past. Today I become the future. So that is our affirmation for today or tonight whenever you click this video. The first entry is I release the past. Today I become the future. The past is already gone reflection. A lot of people stay stuck in the past. They stay stuck in that past cycle, talking about what they would have done, what they could have done, and what they should have did. You get what I'm saying? They stay stuck in that cycle, but it's no point of staying stuck in that cycle because it's already gone. That cycle has already passed. Let's prepare for this new cycle that is coming. Okay, so think about that. And this is just a self template right here. Your entry is going to look totally different, and this isn't my honest answers either. Reflection is just a template. Okay, remember, we never want to speak certain things into existence until it has already manifested, because people can come in and try to wish ill against your manifestations reflections. Okay, so that's why they say, my grandma used to always say, never count something before it hits your hand, because if you do, you're going to regret it. And I can say that is a true saying, not just with money, but just with anything in life general. You never want to just say, oh, I'm gonna do this, when I get this, when I get that. Wait till it comes, because you never know who's listening to your manifestations. Okay, so make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. We are talking about facing our deepest fears. Okay, so before we even start with the shadow work of facing our deepest fears, we need to recognize what is our deepest fear. So think about that. What is my deepest fear? We're talking about root chakra things right now, reflection. We're talking about all those things that you have suppressed, that you said I've gotten over it, but you really haven't, reflection. Okay, the other video we talked about nightmares. Okay, nightmares, a lot of them stream from our deepest fears. Okay, so in order to take something head on, you first got to know what you're taking head on. Okay, so what is your deepest fear? This is just the example answer. I put success. A lot of people want success, but deep down, reflection, they're afraid of success. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but it's true. A lot of people want success, but they're afraid to go do what it is to be successful. Okay, so the next question is, when you think about what your deepest fear is, think about this right here. What is holding me bound? What's holding you chained down to this fear? Whatever your deepest fear is, what is holding you down to this deepest fear, reflection? So I said success was my deepest fear. Why am I being held down by success? Because I'm afraid to fail. A lot of people, reflection, they won't do something because they're afraid it won't go right. They're afraid it won't succeed to what they think success should look like or should be. So they won't even attempt it or try it. They won't even know, reflection, if they were going to succeed or not, because they are so worried about failing. This is a very real thing. Okay, now let's go on to our next question, our next shadow work question. It says, am I ready to release this fear? We have recognized what our deepest fear is. we have recognized what is even holding me. What's holding me to this fear? What is holding me to this fear right here? This fear is what's stopping me. This fear is what's keeping me going to this next level, this next cycle. This fear is what's keeping me to become my best version. This fear is holding me from reflection, basically reaching a level of greatness. And in another video we're going to talk about what greatness actually is to each one of us. Okay, so am I ready to release this? Because a lot of people, they know what's holding them back, reflection, but they won't release the thing that's holding them back. They won't release that fear. They don't want to do the work to become the best version of themselves. And all of that is shadow work. Nobody can release you from this fear but you, reflection. Okay, this is your movie. Okay, nobody can come in and they can co-direct you. They can guide you a little bit, but they cannot fully take away this fear. This is some shadow work. This is a part of shadow work that you are literally going to have to do yourself. Okay, so after you think about that, am I really ready to release this fear? Am I? Am I, reflection? Okay. So after you have come up with your answer, write your answer. Yes, I am. For other people, it's going to be no. And we're just reflection. I'll tell you, this book isn't to lie to anyone. This book is for yourself. Remember, 3 months from now, your answer may be totally different. This is the mindset you in right now. 3 months in June, we're going to come back and we're going to look. And you could look back and be like, that was my biggest fear. That was my deepest fear. You're going to see the mindset you were in, because 3 months from now, this will not be your biggest fear. This will not be your deepest fear. I guarantee you that, reflection. If so, we're going to have to come up with another game plan. Okay, hit the like and subscribe button. You're up here with Tarethia. So the next step is, what steps am I willing to take? Okay, so I'm ready to release this fear. I said yes. So what steps am I willing to take, reflection? Now, if your answer was no, you're not ready to release this fear, then you can just skip this step right here. You can skip this part right here, okay? But as you can see, it says, what steps am I willing to take? This is for the people that are ready to move on with that shadow work. This is for the people that are ready to release the past and become the best version of themselves. Think about 3 steps that you could take. 3, because we're working with the power of 3, reflection. We know how powerful 3 is. Okay, so what steps can I take to become to release this fear? To release this deepest fear that I have. Okay, so first I want to create me a plan. I need to come up with a game plan, reflection. I got to come up with a game plan of how I'm going to release this deepest fear. Okay, now after I do that, I'm going to research, meditate, think about it, whatever it is you need to do to execute the steps in your game plan. Okay, I know this is the plan I want to do, but how am I going to do it? What steps am I really going to take to get there, to execute this plan? Okay, so after that, reflection, the last step I put, my steps and your steps are going to be totally different. Okay, so the next step that I put, my last step, is, the first one is, I want to create me a plan. The next step is, I want to research the plan. The step after that, the very last step, is I'm going to execute the plan. It's time for me to execute this particular plan. Now, I put this to the side for a reason. Now, as you can see, execution, we're talking about computing, because I always say, uninstalling programs. We're uninstalling that program that the matrix has been installed, and so you're not good enough. You don't need to do this right now. You need to do that later. You need to focus on these distractions I got. You need to focus on those bills. You don't need to focus on being the best version of yourself. You need to worry about the gossip. You need to worry about what they saying about you over there. You need to worry, you get what I'm saying, everything but what you truly should be concentrating on. Okay, so execution, computering. The word execution in computering means what, reflection? It is a software engineering. It is the process by which a computer or a virtual machine interprets and acts on the instructions to a computer program. Each instruction of a program is a description of a particular action in which it must be carried out to. Okay, in order for a specific problem to be solved. It's real small, I can barely see it. So, reflection, that is basically what we're doing. We're giving our program a set of instructions to uninstall the negative program, to uninstall our deepest fears. We are installing a new program, and we are uninstalling what the matrix has put into us, which is the negative program. Until next time, Ashe.